Well, it's the holidays, so how do you keep your eating under control? Well, Sharon Richter is here with some tips on how to stay on track with all of your fitness goals and your diet and everything, especially with everybody blows it on the holidays, right?
I know. It's hard.
It's hard.
It starts Halloween and it just never seems to end.
So what do you think people are doing wrong? What's the big problem?
I think people they don't know a lot of the little tricks that we need that are going to help us get through. So you don't all of a sudden hit January 1 and you're like, I need to lose 20 pounds. You know what? Let's just try to maintain through the holidays so it's not this huge goal that we start off with next year.
That's not the best time to try and lose weight at the holidays. And I think people are drinking more calories than they realize.
Absolutely.
But a lot of people really don't know how to eat properly. So you've got some little tricks and tips to get people through. Show us what you have here.
So I always say you really got to start your day off right, because if you don't, like sometimes people will be like, I have Thanksgiving dinner. They save their calories for the evening. So if you start your morning off right, that's great. Like whole grains, like Kind makes a whole grain granola, put it with some protein, some yogurt. Also, there's a product, Saf Slim, which has high linoleic acid, which helps reduce belly fat. There was a study that showed that. They have a recipe that's cottage cheese, wild berries, and the berry flavored. So you're getting some good nutrients in your body to start your day, so you don't overeat later on.
Yeah, I gotta say, just looking at it may not look so appealing, but I have to say it tastes a lot better than it actually looks.
Absolutely. You gotta try. You gotta give it all a little try.
Open-minded, all right?
Exactly.
You'll be fine.
Exactly.
All right, what do we have here?
So then, throughout the day, snacking is what I think is really, that is number one. And you got to be prepared. You got to have good snacks on hand. So using like the little sandwich bags, whether you're doing like the edamame, some raw almonds, there's little squeeze packs of peanut butter like Justin's. It's single serving, so you can put it in your briefcase, put it in your pocket, put it in your handbag for a woman. Also, you want to get things that are going to help with the cravings. Saffron has, there's been studies that show that helps reduce cravings for people. Awesome. So even in these hunger chews, they have the saffron in it. And we want to make sure we have salty and sweet, so we help those cravings. So like the wasabi seaweed, that's a terrific salty, and the edamame, and then you want your sweet options too.
Yeah, I also like the little almonds here. You got some nuts because you know the fat from that, and you get that little crunch.
Absolutely.
And sometimes you feel like crunching instead of chips. Go for some almonds.
And the snack size bag is terrific. It helps control the portion.
Because
we know you're at a party, you're at a bar somewhere, and you could just keep reaching, but here it's really controlled for you.
Yeah, I remember that. If you're drinking, you tend to lose count of the reaching. So
yes, absolutely.
All right. Apple, but I like this is cinnamon on there, right?
So you know what I always tell people? You don't have to say no to sweets. You can find creative ways. So I just sprinkle a little cinnamon on the apple. Sometimes I'll bake it, make a nice baked apple. Even getting chocolate, like those are 50-calorie little portions of chocolate. One of my tricks I do is I take the Kind bar, and they now have this new nut and spice one. It's perfect for the holidays. I cut it up into little pieces and I freeze it, because you just want a bite.
Right.
We want those 2 little bites, so that's what's perfect.
Well, there's only 2 bites that matter. This is your famous expression, right? Tell them what it is.
So it's that first bite. You use your senses. You smell, you hear, like popcorn, you hear things cooking, you smell all the fragrances, and then you taste it. And then you have your last bite of what lingers in your mouth.
Right.
In between, whether it's 2, 20, 200, it doesn't get better.
Right.
I mean, we all know when we were little, we wanted the biggest piece of pizza, the most icing on the cupcake, but it wasn't better. It was just those 2 bites that are important.
Yeah, that's it. Remember, the first bite, because you're anticipating, and the last bite, it's a depressing bite. Sharon, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.